All right, y'all, AJ here at Doc's for a little Kettlebell Crash Course. This video is going to be targeted towards single arm swings and how to sharpen up your single arm swings, okay? So all you're going to need is a band and something to wrap that band onto, okay? Now, when I'm talking about single arm swings and how to sharpen it up a little bit, one thing that I tend to see, not only for myself in the past, but something today that tends to happen every now and again when I get lazy, is I let the arm side of the bell get a little bit lax and I let the bell pull me out in front. Because obviously when we're at the top of our swing, there's more weight in this bell or weight in our hand when we're at the top of the swing. And what tends to happen when we aren't focused on every single rep is that bell will pull you forward, okay? So it'll look a little something like this, where that bell, even though we do want to stay nice and loose, that bell pulls our shoulder, not going to say out of socket, but it kind of feels like that sometimes, okay? And somebody like myself who's had shoulder surgery in the past, that's definitely something that I do not want to do, okay? So what our goal is to, when we're at the top of the swing, is to almost pack that shoulder in. I know pack that shoulder just kind of like gets thrown around non-stop. Is like, oh, what does that even mean? It's kind of hard to kind of put that just from like when you hear somebody say that. But a way to get a feel for what it means to be packing that shoulder in is using a band, okay? So just a little drill that you can mix in before a day that you're performing single arm swings. Or if it's somebody that you see, if you're coaching somebody, then you see that their shoulder's pulling on out. Simply put a band, a resistance band, right around, just about shoulder height, okay? Get into a nice tall position, heels straight line to the top of our head. Okay? And then you're gonna allow that band to pull your shoulder forward and just get it in the wrong placement, okay? And then you're gonna have your person or yourself and pull that shoulder blade back and down. And you can go about this in one of two ways. You can just do a straight hold and go for time. So you're packing your shoulder back and down, and you can just do, I generally like to have an uppercut with this opposite arm. If you want to bring this opposite hand out in front, that works as well, okay? But you're working on trying to keep these shoulders nice and squared up at the top. And again, there's one of two ways you can go about this. You could do 20 to 40 second hold right here, and then switch sides. So get a feel for the wrong placement of the shoulder first, and then pull that shoulder blade back and down, okay? So you're squaring the shoulders up, you still have a straight line, top of the head, right through the heels, okay? So this is the one direction that you could do, is to go 20 seconds to 40 seconds here, okay? Or you could do actual pulses with that arm, okay? So get that belt out in front, or the band out in front, pulling your shoulder, and then pulling out. Here, back, forward, back, okay? So, and in order to cut the window between the drill and the skill, is that you want to have a bell right next to you, okay? So let's just say I just did 2 rounds of 30 seconds, holding it on the right. So I did a 30-second hold on the right, 30-second hold on the left, and then just to kind of stack it up a little bit more, I did another round of 30 seconds right, 30 seconds left. Then right from there, I go right directly to my bell, and I cut that window down so I can put it right into practice. Bang. Okay, again, the goal obviously is to being able to make the most out of every single rep of every swing, every clean, every pull-up, and all that, so on and so forth. It's not going to happen every single time, but when you're doing certain drills like this, it will help maximize those reps and get more successful reps within your practice with the kettlebell. So again, sharpen up your single arm swings, give it a go, share this with anybody that you think might help, and let me know if it helped you. All right? Have a great day. See y'all soon.